Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Spanning the Need Business Spotlights. Today, we're going to be spotlighting a different type of company this year, and we're going to be doing it just up until school starts with a month away. Here to talk about Strictly Apple is their owner, Landon Mooney, who actually is from Columbus, Ohio. Thanks for joining us, Landon.
Yeah.
Oh, God. See, I screwed it up already. We're already going with it.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I'm Landon. Own Strictly Apple. We buy, sell, and repair Apple products, the whole 9 yards. So we're right here in Columbus, Ohio, Grove City, to be exact.
Yeah, and we talk a little bit about that Apple product store, and what kind of got you started in creating this store, and kind of got you, and what's your mission?
Right. So I started Strictly Apple in like this summer, fall of 2016. I wanted to have, I just started selling computers. I have a cousin that sells computers. And I was selling computers at first. Then eventually I've always loved Apple products. So right when I graduated high school in 2016, I was like, I'm going to start buying, selling, flipping devices. And I started doing that just to make a little bit extra cash on the side, specifically off of like Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp, things of that nature. And then we transferred from there and I was selling stuff. And eventually I'm like, I only like selling Apple products. So then one day I'm thinking, well, I strictly want to sell Apple products. Let's call it Strictly Apple. So I made a Facebook page on like October 16th of 2016. And then we just started selling from there. And I was working out of, I lived with my parents still at the time. So I was working out of their sort of back porch from there. And I mean, I sold to everybody. I'm tons of different people in Columbus I was able to sell devices to. And I wasn't even repairing devices like we do a lot of repair now. But I was mainly just selling devices. And I've sold to tons of people in Columbus. And that's sort of where it started. So.
Well, it's interesting because the story always, there's a lot of different stories. Each person has their own story or their journey. And a lot of them I hear talking with business owners is they started out of their parents' garage or their basement, or just to get help to, hey, I want to start this business and be successful.
Yeah. No, it was specifically, it was in my bedroom at first, and then it went to the dining room. And then my mom got upset about the dining room, never being able to use it because there's computers all over the table. So then we moved downstairs. Well, then, we had people come to my house, and eventually I was like, okay, I don't want them traveling down through our house to the basement. My parents didn't like that, but we had like a back porch that you could access through like the side of the house. So my dad let me rent that back porch off of him. It was small, man. It might've been like I don't even know, 20 by 20 room, maybe 20 by 15. And I had it all set up, had a little desk right there where you could check out, had tables. You can, if you scroll far enough back on our social media, you can see it. And it was pretty cool. We were able to meet a lot of people doing that. A lot of friends that I have now that actually helped me in business, bought computers from me back then, straight off the back porch. And then I was able to meet a lot of Ohio State football players that are now went off to the NFL, Bobby Carpenter. I have so many connections just from selling off my back porch, and people still support me to this day.
Well, and I think that shows the real creativity of starting your own business and putting in the work over the years. You started in 16, now we're in 2023, getting ready, not even a month away from, we're in July now. We're looking at not even another month for college and high school. So it'll start right back up. Talk a little bit about the difference from, like, we all know Apple.
Yeah.
And talk about the differences other than from Strictly Apple to Apple.
So the Apple, obviously, they're the ones that creates the stuff. So they have a grip on all of that. Where we come into play is doing the stuff that Apple necessarily won't do. A lot of devices, if somebody spends $1,000 on a computer, and that's normally the cheap version of the new computers, if you spend $1,000 on it, you want it to last more than a couple years. Well, once it's out of that 1 year non-accidental warranty that Apple gives, their prices, and I've seen their part cost and everything like that directly from Apple, but they are up there when it comes to prices. So you're looking at, say you buy a $1,000 Mac, you're looking at $750 to replace the screen, $750 to replace the keyboard. Everything's a replacement there. And I understand that, but where we come into play is we are able to repair the devices that Apple will say no to, or they'll charge you that $750, and we can undercut them because, of how we work on things. We don't have to follow Apple's rules. We're able to undercut. So save at 750, we're able to do it for like 400, which, 350 save, that's a pretty big deal. So we're able to do that on a lot of different devices because we don't have to follow a lot of the rules and stipulations that big name companies like Apple, Best Buy, and other companies that are officiated with Apple. We're able to do whatever we want. So hey, if you come in my door and I'm able to fix it and we can agree on a price or a term or something like that, we'll get it done for you.
Well, we understand you're located in Columbus, Ohio.
Yep.
Now, does that like I might be from Atlanta, Georgia, or even Kentucky. Can I still maybe mail my computer to you? Is that a service? Like, talk about a little bit of your key product and services that you kind of work on, that people understand the overview of what you do.
No, absolutely. So that's a great question. We were just doing Central Ohio up until I opened my first shop. It was a real small shop, like 750 square foot. We opened it up. And then I started posting videos on social media, which sort of obviously they don't just reach the people in Columbus, they reach the people states all the way around. So I started posting there, and then people started calling or emailing us and saying, hey, can we send our device into you? We saw you have social media. We trust what you say. And this is when we only at the time maybe had 5, 15, 20,000 followers. We were just starting out. And we had those followers on there, and people started sending their devices in. Well, I didn't have a system nailed down. I can think of some of the, when I told people to send their devices in at first, I told them to just write on a piece of paper what's going on and put their name and phone number. So I could call them when it gets in. And that's where I actually have like the first 5 or 10 pieces of paper that people sent in. I kept their letters that they sent in just to use those one day or just to have them, which I never thought it would get to where it is now. But now on a daily basis, people are sending in their device for repair. You can go to our website. They send their devices in for repair. If they don't really, say it is a device that they have to put more money into than it's worth, they can trade those devices in. We use them for parts, which is also how we get lower cost repairs because we're able to use those and recycle those for other people's devices. And then they can also purchase another device from us. And then you can also sell your device to us. So say you do only want to buy brand new from Apple. That's A-okay. Some people want to, some people don't. But you can sell your ordered tech to us. You can go on our website, see exactly how much you want to get for it. And then a couple years later, when it breaks and Apple won't fix it, you can have it repaired through us. And it's all over the country now. So we're shipping in and receiving shipments. We're shipping out and receiving shipments in for repairs and new devices and sales every single day. So it's kind of gone from Columbus all over.
Yeah, I've watched some of your videos or reels that every once in a while you'll give out a computer or an iPad. Talk a little bit about how that got started, because I was interested. Like, okay, you have a business giving out a $1,000 to $2,000 item. Talk a little bit about how that got started, because I was really intrigued on that, and what kind of response did you get when you started doing that every once in a while? I think I saw about 4 or 5 videos that in the last year. Yeah. I could be wrong.
Right. Yeah. So I've been doing giveaways from, man, I did that stuff even when I was on my parents' back porch. So it's not like something that we just started here recently. Because the whole idea of a giveaway is obviously give someone tech that they don't have, or maybe they can't afford it. Everybody loves a good giveaway, but it also can increase your social media following. People share, your name gets out there. Obviously, that's something that you want to do. So now we have it where you can actually subscribe to our Instagram, and you can have a chance for a brand new Apple device. Actually, today, the 15th, is the last day. We do it the 15th of every month. We give away an Apple device. If you're subscribed to our Instagram, you can have a chance to win.
So in a couple days. So from what we're talking now, a couple days from now.
Yep.
You're good for July. So we'll So get up on his Instagram, get subscribed, and have a chance to win this whatever they got, iPad or MacBook.
It's a Mac Mini this month. It's a Mac Mini this month. Next month, we'll figure it out. I'm not exactly for sure. Then we got to announce this month, and we'll go to next month. But we do giveaways constantly, all over social media. And then 2 or 3 times a year, even if you're not subscribed to our Instagram, you'll still have a chance to win something. And half the time, it's like a $2,000 device. I mean, I give away brand new stuff.
Yeah, and we talk a little bit about a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers. There's always challenges that you faced during this time. Talk about kind of like some of the challenges that you face as a business owner, and just kind of your experience and kind of strategizing on how you overcome that.
Right. So a lot of the challenge is keeping up with the customer's orders, keeping up with the customer's repairs. Because obviously at one point I could do it all. Now I have a great team of people that work with this daily, that are able to answer the customer's phone calls. And we have a decent amount of social media following. So you get calls in, you get people's concern, you get emails, and then we also have to take care of all of our walk-in customers. So, having the people in place for that, and increasing our manpower is the one way that we're able to handle that. Also, that's one thing that separates us from Apple directly is, you call Apple, you're going to be on the phone for hours. You call us, we're going to pick up normally within a couple of rings. And if we try to give a call back. You can email us. We have somebody that responds to our emails every single day. Now we do get a lot of calls. We do get a lot of emails, but just increasing the customer service is something that we definitely try to do as much as possible, like any business should. I will say that, at the beginning of the year, I told my guys I want to increase our reviews drastically, because if a customer can go online and look at Mac Repair and they can see that right now, I think we're at 950 reviews at a 4.9 rating. I mean, it's pretty good a deal. At the beginning of the year, we started at 600. So we are adding to that, talking with our customers, making sure that they have a good experience. So then they are okay and feel comfortable with leaving that good review.
Yeah, talk a little bit about the future. We talk a little bit about what exciting things are coming up.
Right. So we are actually in the process of moving locations. We had a few locations here in Columbus, but because of the size of our online store, it just doesn't logically make sense to have multiple locations. We're going to be moving to one. So there's actually a 5,200 square foot building here in Grove City that we're going to be moving to. And we're going to be able to have, 10 to 15 full-time techs and people working at this location. We're going to be increasing our inventory dramatically. And then we're also going to have the retail. So the retail is going to be there. We're going to be right off the 71 freeway. And we're going to be up in our game for sure when it comes to customer service, when it comes to the inventory that we have. I want every single thing in inventory. I don't want a reason for people to come to me and say, oh, you don't have this, because it happens sometimes. And that's what we're definitely going to be working for.
And what are some of your, like strictly Apple, what are some of your big purchases? What do people purchase a lot of? That's kind of your top seller, top couple.
Yeah. So we, the main thing that we sell is going to be MacBooks. MacBooks has always kind of been our bread and butter, so to speak. I used to only sell MacBooks when I was in my, back porch, bedroom, dining room, basement, wherever I was only selling MacBooks. When I opened my first storefront, people wanted iPhones, iPads. So I'm like, okay, I'll sell iPhones and iPads. And then I started doing that, getting more into that, understanding that more, because I only understood MacBooks. But we still sell a ton of MacBooks. And the main reason is we have MacBooks that start at $250, which normally you can't find anywhere.
You can't even find them for less than like $1,200.
No, you can't. All of our stuff, no matter, and obviously the $250 ones are going to be several years old, but they still work and they still are guaranteed with a 1-year non-accident warranty that we give. You can buy an extended warranty if you want to buy an extended warranty. But those devices, for $250, they're going to get you through the next year type of deal. So, we have those, and those start at $250, and they work their way all the way up to $5,000 or $6,000, just depending on what device you want. So, the MacBooks are bread and butter. We sell a ton of different computers, every single day, Airs, Pros, all over the place. And then sort of the other thing would be iPads. We sell a lot of iPads, a lot of AirPods, iMacs. We sell it all. So, but MacBooks would probably take the cake.
This is just a curious to me. What is probably the biggest Apple product that's sold across, no matter if it's from strictly Apple or Apple in general? What is kind of that? The iPhone?
The iPhone. Everybody has an iPhone. Everybody, their grandma, their granddad, their kids, everybody has an iPhone. iPhone is, it's actually kind of crazy because iPhone is not the most sold electronic. Actually, Android devices are, because they're a lot more affordable. You can get a cheap Android phone brand new for $100, but obviously Apple has the market share with their premium devices. They're good devices and they last a while. But yeah, iPhone is the top across the board. That's what's sold. I think we'll get there. We never really did a lot of stuff with iPhones here over the past year and a half. We've increased that more. We're starting to get, dozens of iPhones in. And we can, put those on our online store, try to, work with the pricing for customers. All of our stuff comes unlocked no matter what, and it still comes with that warranty. So Yeah. MacBooks are bread and butter, but iPhone is overall going to take the cake.
Landon, I appreciate you taking your time, and I hope we're able to share what you guys are doing. We have school coming up, college and high school starting up at the end in about a little, I'd say over a month. So check out Strictly Apple. Landon, where can they find you online? Tell us where they contact you and everything like that.
Yeah, so if you go to strictlyapple.org, you can find all of our information. You can also go and visit our store. You can also contact us, send in for repair, sell your device, all on strictlyapple.org. But you can also, if you just look up Strictly Apple on any social media platform, we're probably going to be the first one that pops up. It's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and even Twitter. We're on Twitter now. So just look us up, Strictly Apple, all one word. And we will pop up on them.
Landon, appreciate you taking your time. Good luck. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you sitting down with us on another business spotlight for Spinning the Need. Have a great night, everyone.